This Seattle team has scored 8 non-offensive touchdowns this year. 8. They've got 5 on special teams and 3 on defense. This is an eyelash game. If you're the Rams, you can't give cheap points away to this football team with this defense at home. That's gotta be a absolute X across the screen for giving Seattle a non-offensive touchdown this game.
Yeah, I mean, this game turned on a punt return from Rashid Shaheed in the second meeting in Seattle. And we watched the way the game started against the San Francisco 49ers for Seattle as well. I do wonder when Mike McDonald watches the tape, it sees the pressure packages of the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears affecting the Rams' protection and Matt Stafford in the way that it has the last 2 weeks. How much do they ramp that up? And a person that I think everyone should be paying attention to is Nick Emanwori. I mean, he's the slot guy that can move around, play second level, be one-on-one with tight ends, add pressure, and he's also involved in a lot of their disguise packages. So I want to see what his utilization will be and how that will affect Matthew Stafford. And it goes to Dan's point about not missing. He'll have opportunities, Matthew Stafford that is, to hit some of these holes in the blitzes and the blitz coverages, but he has to make them count because there won't be many.
Yep.
You know, the blitzes are fascinating to me. Ryan, you talked about the Rams struggling against those in the Chicago game, because when I went back and watched 16, Seattle also blitzed their DBs a few times. But one difference was that I think is really meaningful. They did it when Stafford was in the gun and he torched them. When he turned his back to the defense and had a pass rusher in his face, he struggled, as he did against Chicago. So I think for Seattle, that's a way to get him out from those under center looks, because he was able to kill them with play action as he has all season long. So then it becomes Matthew Stafford in the gun, treading this defense. There's no, he's the quarterback who's certainly capable of doing that. But to Dan's point, he's going to have to hit on a few big plays out of those looks. It's not going to be as easy.
I'm also interested to see, guys, how much, obviously we know Puka is going to have high usage in this game, but how many ways can you find opportunities to get him the ball, and can you make them pay with him on some of those blitzes? Obviously, they hit the little over route with him that went for a touchdown late in that Week 16 game, and just kept kind of needling at that spot. I'm just interested to see the adjustment from Mike McDonald. RC, you bring up a great point with Emanwori, because one, you do want him pressuring with the speed that he brings off, but if they get in 13 personnel, do you want him matched up on some of those tight ends and not giving away so much size? It's an interesting chess match. I think the reservation that we all have, and for everybody that's been watching the Rams, they have not been the normal performing offense that we had grown accustomed to for the past 2 weeks, which gives you a little bit of concern going into this game after you seeing how dominant Seattle defense has been.
I think for Seattle, Marcus, to just pick up back off what you said, you got to bring Puka down. He killed them with the ball in his hands, as he does everybody I know. But McVay made a focus to go after the linebackers in Seattle. You mentioned the crosser, for example. If that happens again, you cannot let, if you're Seattle, you can't let an 8-yard completion become a 15-plus yard one.
And then what we saw late in that game from Jackson Smith and Jigba, and to me, Sam Darnold's throw of the year on the post corner to Cooper Kupp, will some of that confidence carry over into the NFC Championship?
Yeah, I think for me, for Seattle, everything flows from their ability to run the football, and this has been what's kind of rejuvenated the offense a bit as of late, and they ran the ball really well on LA, and then the play-action pass flowed from that. They hit the screen to Walker. You talked about the throwback, the leak pass to Barner. Rams in that game played a ton of base defense, and they got shredded in it. Now they're coming off of a game versus Chicago where I thought they were excellent against the run. Some of that was Cam Curl coming into the box a little bit, but they've got Quentin Lake back. So I think for Chris Shula, the question is, do you trust your lighter bodies to stop the Seattle run game? Because if not, I think they could get thrown on again.
Yeah, I just want to make sure everyone understands the girl that graduated Yale just said flued, okay? So don't ever call us.
Well, honestly, guys, JT say sometimes you get flued out. You be getting flued out, too.
Okay, you
mean all kinds of stuff.
Okay, you know what? I wasn't going to air this out, Dan, but you thought glutton was spelled gluten in the group chat.
Yeah,
so
he did.
I never seen that.
He said gluten.
gluten for
But he
punishment.
spelled it gluten. Yeah, that's bread. Hey, you know what? By the way, Dan, you just sacrificed your time, so we're going to put up our game picks here instead of listening to you. But we will go to you here because Dan is rescuing us. We have 4 of us on the Seahawks. Dan goes with the Rams. Why, Dan? Why are you going there, other than Stafford?
I'd rather be wrong than unloyal.
I like that. That doesn't. That seemingly.
I love it.
Wait, unloyal is not a word. It's disloyal.
You never played for the Rams? You ain't playing for the Rams.
That's my friend. That's my friend. I want to see him go win it. I'd rather be wrong than unloyal.
I picked.
That's my straight up honest answer.
I picked games and I said whoever played the best.
Disloyal.
So do your thing.
Disloyal.
Do it, Dan. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you guys Monday. It's going to be a great weekend of football. What, Dan?